Hello everyone, welcome to the next replay game commentary, analysis, whatever you want to call it at this point, you get the idea. So today we'll be going over Deijavuu and his Twin Blast. I talked to him a bit throughout the game, mostly it's me analysing, but he gives a bit of input where I need him to. And we go over the whole game, and the most thing you need to take out of this is positioning and how carries should function on the map in general, rather than just getting caught all the time. So how they should be pushing lanes and where they should position themselves in fights. So that's what you need to take from this game, and I guess we'll hop right in, introduce you to Deijavuu. So here we are in game, and I'm with Deijavuu, and he's playing Twin Blast and would like some tips on how he can play TB more efficiently in a game that he struggled in, and I'm actually also in this game along with three others. One of them is random, which is Kalari. She's the random that we solo queued up with, but the four others pre-made. We had Grim with Benoji and Balix on Murdoch. We're running triple carry Kalari Feng, which is quite inefficient, but we were just planning on having some fun, and we're against some golds and a silver, and it was quite a struggle of a match. So, Deijavuu, do you want to say hi?
Hello everyone.
So do you want to unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So there we go. So we'll just watch it through at 1x speed, and we'll go over what happens. So, the Kalari this game was a big detriment to us because she's very bad early game, and this person went off and farmed a lot. We didn't have communication with her, so it was quite awkward for us in that sense. So we were almost 4v5 in a sense, but she does a couple of neat plays across the game, which is useful, but overall was more of a detriment than she was a positive for the team. So we're doing our standard head mid as 5, and Deijavuu is going to come as with Balix and Benoji. They're just stopping a little bit. And at this stage we're just going to again clear the first wave and go do jungle camps as is standard at the moment until new patches happen. And the enemy team are actually going up into the shadow pad on their side, which I can see anyway, so we know they're up there, which is not an issue. And we're just going to group around mid and wait for the minion wave. But so what deck were you using for this game? Because you start Flashfire again here. I'm not sure what you build exactly across the game.
I was using the deck that basically I made myself. Like I said, I don't know too much about building decks as much as you do, but
yeah.
I went ahead and used a health potion, and I used 2 barrier tokens. I saw that there was some energy and physical damage, so I went ahead and got 2 of those, one of each.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to clear the first wave here. They're actually just sat in the shadow pool, and being quite inefficient by not farming things, trying to come around the side, it seems. And I actually get poked down a lot here because I'm a melee, and Kalari's not even here, so we're 4v5. She's too busy soloing white camps, which is a terrible thing for us. So we're going to get poked down a lot here. And then I just hop in and help her start jungling, because at this point we just need to get the white camps done. And we should be doing them as a group, but unfortunately, because these 3 couldn't get to me, so they're just going to have to hold mid and clear waves, and we're going to have to split our card XP, which is really inefficient for us. But luckily the enemy team are going to back off and go do their own jungle rather than put more pressure on. So the rest of our team are able to clear mid, and I just told them to do that while I cleared the jungle with Kalari. And 2 of their people actually come back to hold the lane with them as the others jungle, and we've sort of split pressure. I'm going to go solo right a bit to go get that XP so we don't just waste it. And I'm not sure where's Kalari heading at this point. Kalari seems to be going towards their jungle for some reason, and wasting a bit of time. And the rest of our team are going to group up at red, and I'm going to get a little bit caught here. But I'll actually be okay because I've got my teleport, so I should just be able to teleport out. And they shouldn't do much damage to me. Oh, don't even need to teleport. But yeah, then the team start red, and I'm gonna go meet up with them and go clear it with them. Which will give us good group CXP. As usual, it's a pretty standard start. And Kalari's still soloing white camps and doesn't want to be with the buff. She could be getting 600 CXP over here, or 800 with the white ones, but she's too busy doing that solo camp, which is a detriment to us and herself, so it kind of puts us behind as a team. So we go back to right to go push it back out because they were pushing it quite hard, and they're actually going to go for their red buff, which means we're actually slightly ahead in terms of momentum because we've got the early buff timer advantage. So then we're going to shift over towards blue buff once we've cleared this wave, I think. Wave cleared, yeah, and we're all going to rotate to blue. So at this point I'm just shot calling for the team and telling people where to go, and everyone's just using their standard mechanics. So at this point Deijavuu is not using his own intuition per se on where he needs to be. He's just showing off mechanics at this point, so we can watch him in this fight when we go into Sparrow. And the grenade placement's good. The dash was fine. The auto attack's a couple missing. Need to aim a little further ahead of your target. That could help. But we're still able to pick up first blood, and then Feng comes from behind, which is an issue, and he's actually going to take out Deijavuu here. The issue is he used his dash earlier. Actually, I'm able to peel him off, so he actually lived for a bit longer. And you land some autos there. A grenade was unnecessary, but that was fine. But now you're going to go down. So it's a very messy fight overall. Again, Clary doesn't contribute much. Her autos are really weak, and she just sort of dances about a bit and goes a bit too far, and I'm just going to back off and escape from Muriel, which is not too difficult to do. But it was a big messy fight, and we were a little bit low from jungling, and as TB was half health already, well, Deijavuu was, so it was a little rough. And they actually got the bigger lead out of that, which was a shame, because we actually had the surprise as well. But it's not too bad of a detriment, and the main issue is the fact that we're going to be behind in card XP due to Kalari more so than losing a fight. So again, she was a bit of an issue for us, but she's just going to hold the lane mid as everyone groups back up. I'm going to head towards blue, whichever will meet me at once they've held mid. And what have you built now? So yeah, you've got your barrier guard token and major strike. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend the tokens early on. Again, as I said, if you optimize your build efficiently, you shouldn't need to buy them. But they are quite nice early on. I mean, you're going to be taking 20%, what, 10% to 20% less damage at this stage from most damage sources with those two tokens, so it's not a terrible thing to do. That's for sure. So we're going to clear blue here. The other two are going to be here in time. Again, Kalari's off on her own, so no communication with her. She didn't listen to any pings would do or anything. At this point we say screw the white camp and just go to left because we have to defend, but then again we're 4v5 because we haven't got Kalari, we haven't got a Muriel either, so we just have to go around the long way and try and hold the tower defensively rather than making an aggressive gank, which we could have done if we had a Muriel instead of Kalari and if she was communicating. But I'm actually going to go in here and get a slight initiation off, but people didn't follow up that quick and it's fine, we just have to back off and continue farming. I only did that because TB was a little further back and we could actually maybe pick one off, but again with Muriel, keeps them quite safe. So with your build, you've got your token and oh, it's an impact. Oh, I thought it was a flash fire. That's my bad. Did you sell your flash fire then?
No.
Because you started health potion flash fire, didn't you? This game. Oh, was I looking at? I was looking at their TB build. Oh, I'm a moron. God damn it. Yeah. So you started your tokens level 1. I see. Okay. Okay, but then you go into impact, which is fine. You do build crit. You do, don't you, with this build? Crit chance and crit bonus.
Yeah, I usually start to build crit at the beginning of the round.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, crit chance is fine to build at this stage. It's just an alternative form of build. You get generally less DPS than a flat attack speed damage build, but you have the like opportunities to be able to burst people down quickly, which is more efficient versus lifesteal. Although with the new armor builds that are going around, then it is slightly weaker than flat DPS as well, so it's all about trade-offs in that sense. But we've grouped up mid and we're going to start pushing that in, and Muriel's actually come up behind us here and no one noticed until she'd actually jumped over us, which is a shame. Because we probably could have caught her out actually. But they're just going to wave clear, and we're going to have to rotate again to right lane, and we're just basically making them keep up with us at this point and constantly rotating. So it'd be nice if everyone was a little quicker on the calls, but that's just, again, little communication issues. Did you go straight to right lane though? I thought you were with us at this stage.
I caught up with you guys.
I see, so you missed out on some white camp XP. Oh yeah, and I said we were going to cut them off, but they never actually came because they're too busy, again, dealing with the lone Kalari in their own jungle. So she's actually going to go down there. She nearly killed Feng though, which would have been a good trade-off. And we're just hard pushing right at this point. We've come around the back as well to go kill the minions. And yeah, minions get into the tower. We're going to clear the wave and take an easy tower. So we traded Kai for a tower, which is well worth it at this stage. We're happy to trade her for that kind of an objective. Especially this one because it's on the prime side, and both the prime delivery side rather. So it keeps an open prime delivery spot so we can just run through that area to deliver without having to worry about a tower shooting us. Which is quite nice. So at this stage of the game, how are you feeling?
Pretty good, pretty confident. I mean,
yeah.
From the previous games that we've had before, we've done pretty well working together. The communication was good.
Yeah.
So, I felt pretty good so far. I think it was only towards mid to late game that's when I started to feel as if I'm struggling just a little bit. And I'm assuming that's probably because of the way I built my deck.
A little bit, yeah. It's definitely a bit on the build, but also with the overall management of the map was a bit poorer from us. That's for sure. I mean, is this isn't the game where they got Prime from us, is it? I don't think so. I think we won that one.
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Okay, so they're going to push mid as a group here, Miros there. Their Feng is defending because we rotate to left. See, this is how they should be doing it when we do this sort of death ball running around. They should just have several people pushing another lane and having 1 or 2 people hold the lane that we're going. Oh, this is where Balix travel modes under the tower and dies, which is very silly. That was more his fault. He didn't realise the minions weren't under the tower yet. So that caused a problem because I wasn't able to hit the tower because he was just sitting next to it and I have cleave damage. And you guys were able to get some shots off, but Benoji at this point isn't actually able to get the hits off from the angle he was at. And then he actually hits the Feng Mao, so he's going to take some damage now. And then their TB comes, and they rotate it over, and everyone's going to die. I did think I called back off at that point, didn't I? But I think it was a bit late.
You asked us to go ahead and take the higher altitude, and then you asked us to just back out already.
Yeah, once Balix got caught, and I couldn't hit the tower. Okay. So you were able to get out, but Benoshi has no mobility or anything, so he was caught out as Grim. Meanwhile, Kalari's just mid, last hitting it seems, or farming. Which again, not ideal. Such a shame to get a solo queue Kalari who's not willing to group up with the team and just go off on her own. Because she really doesn't do much. She ends up taking farm that you could be getting as a group for more CXP, which you shouldn't be doing, and she's also giving away kills when she gets caught and such. So, I mean, she's only 0-1, which isn't too bad. But yeah, Balix is mid with the Kalari. We're holding left, although I think Benoshi, I told him to back off, but he stayed. But then I'm able to go in and help him. And do we actually get the Feng? Yeah, we kill the Feng here. The Murdoch ult does miss from Balix, but we do get the kill, which is quite nice. So we're able to clear that up quite nicely. It'd be so nice when travel mode is removed, though. It's going to be really interesting. The whole mobility of the map. The map will feel huge with no travel mode.
That's for sure.
Next patch, so that's going to be pretty interesting. But yeah, at the moment, again, we're just having to stick as 4 and try and do our best there, because Kalari's off trying to solo kill people again. I mean, does she get Grim here? I don't think she actually kills Grim here. She got a good ult off and got him. Oh, she got knocked off the edge. Jumps back up. Oh, she's able to stick to him a bit. There's no tower there. Oh, but Muriel's here. Oh. Oh, she's still got the kill, though. Okay. So she's playing fine as Kalari mechanically. But the issue is how she's treating the map and the team is the issues with that Kalari. She should be sticking with the team a bit more, and she should be farming with the team, especially on the early stages, and yeah, not taking others' farm. Basically, it's general map play rather than anything else. Her mechanics are fine as Kalari. So us 3 are pushing mid. You've got the... I hate this TB replay bug. I hope they fix that soon. It looks so weird. It's so hard to watch you to see, because I can't see how you're shuffling and juking because you're flopping all over the place.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I see. It's flops.
Yeah, it's very weird, and he floats all the time. Like, I don't even know what's happening right now. It just looks so silly. So if you've fully upgraded your impact... Oh no, you just put another major strike in. Okay. See, I like the cheaper upgrades early on, because you're able to get the power spikes quicker out of your items, and then build the more expensive ones later. So buy your 9 cost ones early, and then your 12 cost ones later, basically. Items, because you want the completion bonus earlier, which means you have... Because right now, say you have that impact hammer with 2 major strikes, right? And you go against their TB, and he had a major... he had an impact hammer with 3 2-cost strikes. He would have his completion bonus, and you wouldn't, but he has the same amount of upgrade stats within the thing. So he's spent the same points as you in the same item, he's just spread his damage across the upgrades, which gives him the completion bonus, so he has 7.6 more damage than you, even though you've spent the same points and have the same item.
Oh, okay.
So you want to try and get completion bonuses early, because they give you an extra point or 2 of stats, which will make you much stronger than anyone else who hasn't completed their items and bought more expensive upgrades. Muriel's going to ult to Grim and catch Kalari again. Balix is farming left, we're pushing mid. Oh yeah, we were just going for the tower here, that's why I ulted the minions. And they had to peel off. Did we actually get the tower here? No, I don't think so. No, we have to back off. Yeah, then their thing comes and picks you off because he came from the other side, which was a shame. I think I get out here. Yeah, I get out nice and fine. I can just smack the thing on the way past out of his travel mode. Oh, did Clary get killed though? Who killed Sparrow? Oh, I didn't see. Oh, but then Balix got 1v1'd by their TB. Okay, so at this stage they're definitely ahead. They've got the more kills. They've got a tiny bit more map pressure than us because the mid tower is... Actually, oh no, we've done a bit more on the towers in general. But they've got more map pressure because of their lead. I'm not sure what Kalari's doing though. And I think their Muriel, she bought, yeah, offensive maneuvers, overflowing gifts, so she's tanky, she's got all her utility, so Muriel's a right pain at the moment. Grim's got a mind flow for some reason, but they've got penetration items on their damage dealers, and Sparrow's got her adamant with some damage in, so she hurts. We actually pick off Grim here. I don't know what that Kalari ult was, but we're able to pick off Grim, which is quite nice in the mid lane. And Deijavuu is coming back. Balix is going left again to split and farm, which is fine at this stage, but we do need to get some pressure on this mid tower and take it out, so we are going to group and try and push this. I don't know, does Balix actually ever come over, or does he keep clearing that? No, he's ulted the wave, so I guess he's staying there. So you're farming white camps at this stage. You should probably be mid with us at this stage, pushing the tower. I don't know if I made the call to do so. I don't remember.
No, usually if you go ahead and make a call, I usually act on it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I didn't say much because I assumed everyone was there or something. Might be my poor awareness. Then Kalari gets caught there because she had no mana and she went in for some reason. I'm not sure what she was thinking, so we have to group and defend mid. I told you to back off there, I remember that. Because
yeah.
Running into 4 people from the side as a carry is not the most ideal thing to do. But they didn't have much vision around the map, that's for sure. No one really warded much this game. I don't think I placed many wards, even if I have a warding item. I mean, I'm the only one with a warding item on the team. But yeah, then we group up and go for red. Well, us two do. Grim has to hold mid lane. And Balix is still putting pressure on the left, which is quite nice. It's good that we have the split push pressure because we have to split them up all the time. Because they've got much more coordination as us because we feel they're a 5 stack and they're at least coordinated like so. So we're just going to check their white camps here and maybe take one. Because we noticed they were all over for Balix, so we're going to try and get something out of this. We should probably be pushing mid at this stage, though, that's for sure. That's probably a miss call. But we take their red here, don't we?
This is where we take out their harvester.
Oh yeah, we take out their harvester off of this, which is good because it was a full harvester as well, so this is actually big because they lose how much? What is 350 card XP for a full harvester across all 5 members, so you know, that's a lot of XP. That's like 1,500 XP that we just got rid of there from their team, and dispersed the 300 amongst us, which is good. So we're trying to push up right then, because that's the closest to harvester, that's the most pressure we could get. Their team was on the other side of the map, but the issue was Sparrow was already here to wave clear, so we weren't able to get too much pressure. But again, I told the carriers to use the ridge to the advantage and try and get the high ground, so that they don't actually hit the Sparrow. Again, because I'm melee with my cleave, I can't auto-attack while that happens, and the Muriel ult even cancels my dash because I mistimed it. So I'm going to take a bit of damage here, but we almost got the inner, and I think that's good enough, so then I just say for us to back out because they're all rotating over. Grim's busy holding mid against Kalari, which Kalari doesn't put much pressure on towers anyway, and Balix is coming back from spawn because he died when they rotated over to him. So again, at this stage, we were just sitting in the pool ready to try and finale rush him, and yeah, the TB went past, and I actually messed up on the spin. I was just out of range, but we're still able to catch him a bit here and go really hard on him, and a big team fight will break out here now. So we take out the TB, I use my ult. Then Muriel and Grim are here, pincering us, and Sparrow's on the way too. So this is where it gets quite messy, because I get caught around the corner, but I'm able to survive a bit with my shields. Yeah, I was survived for way too long here. I'm on like 4 HP for this whole little fight here. So you guys are able to solo out Grim, and then there's a Sparrow here who tries to get me, and I'm able to juke out her auto attacks, and juke out her Q for a little bit, and then I finally go down to the Muriel and Sparrow down on the bottom. But you're able to pick up the nice easy kill on Feng there from behind, and help Balix take out Sparrow. So overall the carries performed quite well in that fight, and we actually ended up winning it, which is surprising because we were behind. So it's mainly because we picked off their TB though, which is... Did they run triple carry? Yeah, they ran triple carry. But as we saw, Sparrow hardly did anything. She missed all her auto attacks and such, so she wasn't doing too well. But then Balix decides, okay, I'm just going to attack the tower, and we go for it, so you guys just kill the tower. And luckily Balix just survives, even with TB travel moding over. It was a very silly call for him to do, but luckily it pays off. Thank God. If that TB stayed in travel mode, he actually would have hit Balix and killed him. But yeah. So I mean, it was a fine call, and again, you're just following up on calls at this point. Your aim needs a slight improvement, but it's not the worst. and the build is probably the biggest thing, because you're getting another impact hammer here, but you're putting crit in it is the issue, and crit's quite bad at this stage. Second, third item, you want attack speed and damage early to be able to scale into crit if you ever put in crit, so crit should be 4, 5, 6 along with your crit bonus generally. Like, you can build Brand of the Iron Eater and put some crit and lifesteal in it, that's your lifesteal and crit done all at once. Did Clary actually escape there? That's ridiculous. Did they not see her? Oh my god.
I remember this part, I kept missing.
Oh, there you go, the grenade. Wow. Okay. And then, yeah, we killed the white camp, we cleared blue, and we head back to mid. While Clary was busy messing around. Yeah, Fengmao's gonna get the XP. Balix landed an okay ult there on 2 of them, which just pokes them down. But the minion wave's still up, so we have to clear that. Which is fine. Grim ults you, but you dashed out the way of me. I used my shield and was gonna block it, but you dashed out the way and you actually took the ult. And because you don't have life still at the moment, that's actually worse for you, because I could have tanked it with my shield and it wouldn't have done any damage. But that TB goes too aggressive here, so I go in on him and kill him. But he does actually take out Balix with his ult, which is a shame. And then you're a little too far forward and Grim gets a bit more poke on you. So again, a little bit just positioning there. Just need to hang a little further back and not take unnecessary poke. The general rule of a carry is, if you're in a position where you're dealing less damage than you're being dealt, then you're in the bad position. If you're in a position where you're dealing more damage than can be dealt to you, then you're in the right position. So it's all about being in a position where you can deal more damage than you're taking yourself, or your tanks are taking, basically. So Clary's going to take a very aggressive position there and actually ulti on top of a Sparrow who had Muriel Shield, so she's going to do no damage. And she's just going to have to get out, but then I have to initiate to follow up on it. And Grim and Clary are going to come back in, but then we burnt the Muriel ult, so I say to back off. And then Clary, of course, has no communication with us and goes too far, but I think she's able to get out because she's Clary. But that'll mean Grim should go down here because he didn't back off in time. The main thing there was he was too far up as a carry, but also Grim has a lack of mobility whereas Feng does not. Also Grim's squishy whereas Feng is not. So that was bad positioning from the Grim in that fight. Because, yeah, we should have gone forward, but then once the Muriel ult's burnt, we need to be able to back out, and if he went too far in, so he couldn't back out. Helix didn't get a good ult here again. He's going to hit 4 targets, which is quite nice. You're right lane at this point, so you're just holding right lane and pushing that back out, which is good. If you set that up on a push and then you come over, I think, or do we meet up at red? Oh, I killed the Muriel, I remember that, but I'm going to die for that, aren't I? Yeah, I take a lot of damage for that, but I kill the Muriel. And then Balix, again, same with Grim, he went too far forward and he's probably going to go down now. But he does take out TB, but the issue is he doesn't get the XP Kalari does, which isn't too useful to us. And then she's going to go stealth and back out. Or she's not, she's going to go back in. Oh, she kills Grim with her ult, but she's going to die then. Which is a bit silly of her. It's not worth the trade at this stage. Although I probably would trade Clary for anyone on their team at this stage, because she wasn't performing the best. Right, so you've got your Blade of Agora for crit bonus now, and damage. So this is a fine build at this stage. Now if you built an attack speed item it would be good. Like a Red Eye Nitro with some attack speed in would be awesome. And if you had a Brand of the Eye Nitro with some life steal in and a tiny bit of crit, that would be great. And then a defensive item like a Tempered or Tune, that would be a fine build as well. The only issue is you wouldn't have your penetration. That would be the only issue with the build.
Okay. I believe I built this deck this way because in our previous games it had been effective against the opponents we were up against, but
yeah,
this time around it just seemed a bit different.
Yeah, crit's really good against triple carry, building crit, because you want to be able to burst carries, so crit chance is always better against carries, at least until they start building a defensive item like Tempered and Tuned. When that starts happening, then crit becomes a lot less efficient and it's better to go the flat DPS. So flat DPS in general is a bit safer. But crit, I used to have 2 TB decks, one with crit, one without, and if they had triple carry, I'd run crit. If they didn't, I would run non-crit, basically.
Okay.
So we're going to get black buff here. I'm not sure why Balix ulted it, but he hit it, so, I mean, fair play. But I'm not sure why he ulted it, to be honest. We didn't really need help hitting the black buff.
I actually spoke to him after this match. He felt really bad.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah. He said he didn't really do... he felt that he didn't do so well.
He didn't perform the rest, yeah, but I mean, it's not an issue. I mean, that's why we're playing these games, it's just to learn at this point. I mean, the competitive scene isn't huge at the moment, so now's the time to learn while you can. But anyway, yeah, back to the game. I didn't want Kalari here, I told her to leave. I wanted to just solo push it, and she didn't even notice the Feng Mao here that I was killing. which is, look at that tunnel vision, hitting the minions. He didn't even notice until I'd already used everything on him and he'd walked past her. But yeah, I just wanted to solo push while everyone split pressure with my black buff, so I mean, Grim shouldn't be here either. So I just taught everyone to go push mid or left or something while I split with the black buff, so then I run off so that they can keep pushing right, so that I can go mid. And I think I told you to go to right, but I think you followed me, same with Balix. Because I just wanted to solo push at this stage of the black buff, and they either send someone to me and I 1v1 them and then take a tower and keep pushing or anything like that. But luckily, because they didn't send anyone mid, you being here was actually good, so we're able to take down this inner tower nice and safe, while the other two keep the pressure on right lane, although Kalari's not really doing anything, hiding in a corner. So Grim's actually going to die here because of that, which is nice of her. And their TB runs mid as we go onto the inhib. I think we still get the inhib here, don't we? Yeah, because I just go straight on it, so you get soloed out by the TB. You miss a couple shots, but generally he's just got the better build at this stage, I think. Yeah, because he's got the consistent DPS and, yeah, the penetration. And then I'm going to go down after getting the inhib. I nearly got the TB, but couldn't quite finish him. But it's fine, it's worth it because we get the inhib, which was really good for us. So at this stage, I was fairly confident, even if they had the kill advantage and stuff, and a bit of map pressure, because we had that inhib down. And that will allow us to be able to do certain backdoors and things. And Balix at this stage was just proxying this wave. I mean, he should have been here pushing the wave up. It's better to push your wave up with the minions so they're always consistently moving across the lane, because they keep stopping for minions and having to hold while he's clearing minions back here, so it's not worth it. And he actually goes onto the tower just to hit it and tank it, but nearly dies and has to run away. So he's quite lucky he doesn't get punished for doing that. But yeah, so then you're building a second Blade of Agora, which I remember mentioning, because crit bonuses don't stack, so I don't think you knew that at the time.
No, I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, so that's fair enough. I mean, most new people don't understand how unique passives and crit bonuses work. I mean, it says unique next to it, but most people don't take that into account when building decks early on, which is fair enough. So it's just one thing to note, you can only have one crit bonus item, because otherwise crit would be viable, because double Blade of Agora would be good, or Blade of Agora Hunger Maw crit bonus, and then you build crit chance, because you'd go back up to 250% crit, which would actually be quite efficient. But yeah, that's the reason why, because it'd be a bit too strong. So you're going to get ultied by Grim here, as he opens up the fight, and I'm just going to peel, I don't know, Grim's peeling off the mural rather. Balix gets a good ult off, which actually allows you to take down the mural, which is really good. You had some good shooting there. At that point, you shouldn't be running for the XP. You should have finished off Grim and helped Benoji do that, rather than just go for the XP. Always get the kills, then clean up XP in the area, because XP stays there for a minute. The kill will not. So you should focus a bit more on the actual fight before finishing cleaning up on XP and stuff. And then Balix goes to left. And he's just going to get 1v1'd by TB, I think, because he misses a few shots, and yeah. He was already weak, I'm not sure why he went for the 1v1. And their Feng's actually split pushing at this stage, which is really bad for us. So you're going to run from the Sparrow and group up left. Yeah, so I said for everyone to group up left, but then I realised Feng was pushing. So I think I tried to go back here. Or does someone else go? No, I told you to go back, didn't I? So you're going to run back here in a second.
Yeah, you asked me to go back to the core eventually.
Yeah, to go defend the inhib, because Feng was split pushing. So you should have just recalled immediately, really, rather than run back this far, just recall immediately. You're in a safe area, you had people around you, they weren't going to stop you. So, you would be able to. In fact, Sparrow nearly stops you here. Yeah, see, that could have been really bad. She actually ulted as well, I'm not sure why she ulted. She could have stopped you if she right-clicked, actually, but she didn't. Yeah, Feng gets that inhib here, which is a big mistake. That was a big mistake from us, but we're actually able to pick up TB and Muriel here, and get the inner tower, which is really good, even if they do get that inhib. And then Sparrow's going to go too hard here, so we're able to just jump on her and we're going to take her down quite nicely. Especially if she didn't have her ulti. I'm not sure what Kalari was doing, just running around in circles. But then, right side, you're there with Balix. And clearing the wave. Are you brushing something?
No, sorry, that's my dog in the background.
Oh, it's a very odd noise. That's so.
Sorry.
It's okay. So we go for inhib here, Kalari and I, but I'm actually able to get out away from Grim because he misses some autos and Kalari has to back out. So we don't get that inhib, which is a shame because that would have been completely worth it. But because they got the inhib, it wasn't fully worth it, which is a shame. So you grab the harvester and you're going to take out a white camp, which is good. I guess you crit that one. How much crit chance do you have? Okay, so you only have 27% chance, which isn't amazing. So again, if you had a Brand and a Red Eye, you'd have probably about 39% with a good amount of attack speed and lifesteal, which is quite a nice build with the double impact.
Yeah, my deck didn't do so well this time. I usually have it at least above 50.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're on 54 points here, aren't you? So you're actually the highest point on our team, because you had loads of farm and you were around all the kills, which is quite nice. So at this point, you and Balix are going to red buff, I guess. They're red buff. Oh no, you're getting their white camp. God, they were right around the corner from you. They could have caught you there. So again, because we have no vision, this is very risky just running into their jungle like this, even though they've got an inhib down, we've got one down as well. So actually, yeah, you get caught here because, again, the no vision. Do you actually die to him here as well? Yeah, you messed up your dash.
I believe so.
So that was just general map vision that we didn't have, and you and Balix were in a bad position. And then, yeah, and then your mechanics were a little off and trying to escape. But even then, because that TB is decent, you would have probably died anyway, even if you did perform that properly. So that was more vision and general awareness of where they could be. You just need to keep a bit more track on where enemies are on the minimap. Just make mental notes of where they were before. And then you can generally track where they are now. So, Benoji's mid. I'm taking black buff, and Kalari's left, which is fine. Benoji's going to go a bit farther. I mean, he's in a risky position, because again, we don't know how we have vision of them, so we have to just assume they're in the worst position. So, he can't see, like, where that TB is. He should just assume TB is about to gank him. He should just stay back safe, because look, now he's got Muriel behind him, and he's going to get snared. So, there's the Grim ult as well, TB's coming. So, I mean, he's actually going to die here because he was too far up. He should have just stayed back. Like, if you don't know where they are, just assume they're near you and they're ganking you. That's the best thing you can do, because then you'll always play safe. So I actually go for a backdoor here on the core with my black buff. Sorry, what was that?
Always assume the worst?
Yeah, always assume the worst in terms of where they are. But their inhib actually respawns here, which screws me over. I could have probably got their core to 20%. But because the inhib respawned, I only got it to about 50, which is kind of a shame. So now we've pretty much lost the pressure we had before, and I asked you, it was 4 minutes, wasn't it, or something to the inhib? Oh no, yeah, 1.5 minutes. Oh no, 2.5. So yeah, 2.5 minutes. Oh, you said 140, so I've assumed 1.5 minutes. That's my bad. So yeah, we had to wait a couple minutes for the inhib to respawn so that we could actually push the lanes back out, because that lane's perpetually pushing back in because of the super minions. Which kind of sucks. Balix is too far mid again. Again, assume the worst. Assume someone's behind you. He doesn't, so Feng Mao's going to come up behind him. And he's going to get ganked, and there's the Muriel ult, and he's actually going to go down here. And the annoying thing is, I wanted him alive most of the time, because we were going to try and take Prime buff and have him deliver it with that ult trick. But he kept getting... Yeah, he got picked off like 3 times this game when I wanted to do it. So, as soon as I respawned, I wanted to go do it now, but then he gets picked off because he was too far up, so... Mostly carries getting picked off this game was the main issue why we lost, I think. It's your positioning and map awareness, as well as, of course, Benoji's and Balix. But, yeah, so it seemed when I wasn't calling the shots, you guys didn't know where to be at the time. And you were always pushing too far up, and I couldn't keep watch of you all and tell you where to be. Oh, Clary missed her dagger, and now she's going to die. That's a shame. But yeah, so the Kalari was a detriment in that sense, but carries being caught out of position is a difficult thing, because the way to play a carry well is positioning. It's all about positioning, nothing else really. It doesn't really matter how you build. If you're going to be in the right position and hit every shot and they're not, you're going to win every time. So it's all about knowing where you have to be in MOBAs in general, and that's going to be even more important with the new patches coming. And so it's something you should probably work on over the next couple of weeks, is just think about where you have to be on the map, where you need to put pressure, where you should stand in team fights, so you can deal the most efficient DPS without taking lots of damage yourself. At least not damage that you can't just lifesteal out of. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So those are the main things to take out of this game so far. I mean, how do they close it out? They close out quite quickly, I seem. So they're going left lane. Where am I going? Oh, this is where I tried to do the prime trick with Balix. So he's actually going to get to their red buff now, and he's going to go stand in this pool, and he's going to wait here, I think. Or does he actually come closer or something? I told him to wait in the shadow pool, but he seems to be going a bit closer, which is fine. So I basically get the prime to really low HP, and he's going to ulti it from there and just be able to deliver it for free. But the issue is, they had pressure on the left lane for us, and Kalari and Grim weren't able to hold because they were too far up. They should have just sat under the inhib and defended. But that became an issue, so you're actually going to go there and hold. I think, yeah, that's when Balix does his ult, and he gets the Prime Orb, so it flies all the way over to him, and he goes and takes it and delivers it. So we will have Prime buff here, which is good, but we're going to lose an inhib for it is the issue, which isn't actually worth it at this stage. Because inhibs give a lot of pressure, so you're just holding. Again, Clary's being useless, just sat on the edge, not doing anything. No pressure, she's just sat up there. But I arrive now and go in. Yeah?
She didn't really help out much.
Yeah, exactly. But we're actually able to take down their TB here. I get out here, don't I? I'm pretty sure I get out. Yeah. I can just waltz on out. They're too busy with Kalari. So I think they actually back off here after getting this, but Feng's pushing mid, which is an issue, and we don't want to lose another inhib. And I actually have to recall here, so I can go back to base and heal up, because I'm too low. He'll just out 1v1 me, even under the inhib. So, I think, yeah, Benoji's going to rush mid. And yeah, he's going to start hitting the inhib. Does he actually take it down here? Yeah, he definitely does. So we're actually going to lose 2 inhibs here, just as our other one respawns, which is really bad, even if we did get the prime. Oh yeah, I called for the ult on him. Oh, their Sparrow died to Kalari at least. That's probably because she's got Prime buff and has a lot of damage. But yeah, we're not able to catch the Feng though, which sucks. But luckily Balix is actually on the other side, and he is again clearing waves. But the issue is he wasn't pushing up with the wave. Again, he was proxying the waves, which means the wave didn't push up as quick. That wave should be already at the tower, and it would be if he had cleared the wave efficiently and went up with his own minion wave. So he probably could have got an inhib here, but I don't think he actually gets it now, does he? We'll see. Minions arrive. Yeah, Feng comes and he's going to back off, I think. Or is he going to go forward? He is going forward. Misses a lot of autos. Hits his Q though. Misses 2 more autos, yeah. A lot of missed autos there, which is an issue. He gets Feng low. Very interesting. He's missing too many shots though is the issue, and now TB's on him. And he misses his right click, yeah. Yeah, so he just gets completely dropped there because he misses way too many autos. And then Kalari is going to go proxy super minions with her ult. Okay. She doesn't die here, does she? That was really silly to go do that. Nah, she gets out, okay. And then I'm pushing up mid lane. And where are you at this stage? Oh, you're just holding supers, are you, in our base?
Yeah, you're asking to defend the two lanes.
Yeah, because TB has got the best clear at this stage for supers because he has the highest DPS. And AoE's bad against supers because they're tanky as hell. So yeah, I'd let you defend, which you're doing fine. I'm going mid, and I'm just going to run up here and then just run up the arch, because that's a mistake to go there. I was just looking to see if I could get onto either of their inhibs here, but couldn't, so I'm just going to back out. Benoji needs to back out as well here, because he's too far up. I don't think he actually does in time, though, because he's too busy shooting super minions, so he's going to go down here. So again, carry positioning, that's another one. Probably going to drop because of it. Yep, there he goes. So yeah, people need to... carries in general, I mean, you did okay this game. It was mainly Benoji and Balix being completely out of position, but that's only because I had to tell you and him. Like, I told you guys a lot of what to do, but when I wasn't, you guys were out of position was the issue. And I was looking at you a lot more across the game and telling you where to be.
Yeah, this game I didn't do so well at all.
Yeah, Balix didn't cancel his travel mode there, so he dies to Grim. Well, the Grim ult, he dies to Feng because of the Grim ult, which isn't efficient. Then, at least Kalari's able to one-shot Sparrow, so she sort of did her job there. But it doesn't do much for us because we already lost 2 carries due to them getting picked off again due to mispositioning. So it's just you and I here, isn't it? Oh yeah, I was deciding I have to go for the split push because we weren't going to win any other way, but then decided, oh wait, no, I have to go back to base because these guys can't hold anymore because our 2 carries got picked off. And yeah, they're going to end the game here. And you actually drop at the end. So yeah, this game was mostly positioning on carries in general, and Kalari making our early game much weaker in general, but the main thing was, yeah, map play positioning where you have to be. So you should probably look a bit more into that. I mean, in general, carries need to be holding lanes early on and clearing waves and defending until they farm up to a sufficient point where they can push with the team. So that's probably where you should have been most of the time, but you did follow my course properly, and that's good because you should follow the shot call always. And a lot of those stages of those games were when I wasn't telling you where to be, and a lot of the time you were following other people around, like Balix, but the issue is Balix and Benoji got caught a lot across that game, and that was a big issue. So, do you have any more thoughts on the game?
No, just gonna go ahead and work on what you advised, and just keep going and keep playing, and keep
Yeah,
learning, and keep getting better.
that's the way to do it. Just keep playing. Mechanics will get better as you play. Map awareness will get better as you play. Just use little tricks like look at the minimap between last hits and every couple seconds, or every action you take, just look at the minimap before you do so. And you'll be able to keep track of where enemies are, and that will allow you to decide where you can be safely. If you don't have wards, if you do have wards, then you can probably see where they are, and you can make decisions based upon that. You see a couple of them in their jungle, you can go to the other side of the jungle and take a white camp or something, you know? So,
Okay.
general decision making is something that will come naturally with a lot of play. But yeah, just use a couple of the tricks I said, and yeah, keep playing, I guess.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So, yeah, we'll just close this out here. Do you want to say anything else to anyone else before you go? Anyone else who will be watching and learning?
Just listen to the shot calls and always have map awareness and
Yeah.
don't make the same mistakes that I did, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have a shot caller in your team, make sure they, know what they're doing, but if they don't know what they're doing and they make a miscall, still follow up on the call as 5, because 5 people following up on a bad call is better than one person following on a bad call and then everyone just not being able to do anything because they're a member down or 2 members down because 2 followed on the call or whatever. So always follow on your shot caller's calls if you're in a 5-man pre-made, basically. Like Kalari, she wasn't with us most of the time because she couldn't hear us. She wasn't following up on shot calls, so every time our shot calls were done by 4 people, which is suboptimal because we didn't have the 5th. Right, so I hope that was useful to you. We went over everything that I said at the beginning. We went over the positioning and the map play and rotations and where everyone should be in general. And his build was a bit suboptimal, as you saw. He had double crit bonus and stuff. That's one thing I've helped him work on afterwards. I built a deck with him and explained how certain cards work and when you should build certain stats on carry, such as attack speed and lifesteal, and the best time to get your power spikes, and when you should rotate and such in lanes, and defending areas, and where you should push, and when you should ward, and all that jazz. So I hope it was useful to you, and tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be going over another person's video that I'm going to be recording today, and I hope that will also be useful to you, and we'll go over a different style of play instead of carries. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and like, favorite, subscribe if you enjoy it and want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.